The Seahawks announced another sneaky good move this offseason. Another piece of the championship dynasty is returning. Yes, that's right. Welcome back to another episode of Seahawks Digest, the show that's already calling it a dynasty. We're getting better from last year. I don't care about a Myles Garrett trade. I don't care about anything else any other team is doing. I'm concerned about the birds. We're flying high. And if you want to follow along all season long, got daily content for you, reacting to news, articles, insiders reports, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So if you want to hit the subscribe, like, dislike, comment, all share, those are all buttons that are YouTube-y things that I am required to ask you to do at the start of the episode. If not, no matter what, I will still be here blabbing away about headlines like this one. Derick Hall getting himself an extension. 3 years. According to our boy here, Shefty, let's break down all the numbers. It's in the 40 million range. 40 millions. I don't know unsure about why I added an S there. Free YouTube show. You get what you get. Try my best here. But yeah, Derick Hall, 3 years, 42. That could be up to 46, 21 guaranteed. Reminds us all also on the way out, 2 sacks and a forced fumble during the Super Bowl. Like that's a great pair of sentences. Boy getting the bag and just having Shefty reminding everybody why he's getting that bag. So initial reactions, I give this like a 9.5 out of 10. But I'm also curious what you guys think. There's always layers to breaking things down. And when the Seahawks have the cap space remaining that they did when we woke up this morning, moves were bound to end up happening. And I think that as far as if you're not going to go make some huge, crazy, splashy Myles Garrett or I got a video coming out later today on trading for like a Max Crosby. There's some other stuff. That's why I say hit the subscribe. We're creating a lot of content here for you. But if you're not going to go break the bank on some nuclear strength deal, I think bringing back championship pieces who know how to contribute in championship ways is really exciting. And it's kind of just like, if it ain't broke, why fix it? And this also feels like not overspending. In general, the linebacker core is coming back, majority from last year. Talking about how he averaged 30 snaps per game as part of a 4-man rotation. This was in that article that I was reading on ESPN. Most of the linebacking core is coming back from last year. Matthew's the only one that left. He got himself the bag. Okay, good for him. The only thing that if I'm trying to be... Yeah, I joke that this show straddles the line between journalism and fandom. So let me ask this out loud. As we see Wosu in his age 30 season, Lawrence is 34. Do you have any concerns about age? I'm not trying to bring that up I'm not trying to be negative Nancy. I'm more positive Pete on this one than anything, but I guess if I'm asking a question, are any of you at all concerned about diminished capacity at the end of a multi-year deal here? I don't think that the NFL does a ton of, like, this isn't baseball where you're going to hand out 15-year contracts where someone goes well into their 40s and you'll just be like, oh, like, we'll just sort of deal with it later, or we're going to do some Shohei deferred money. Like, it's a 3-year deal for a guy in his mid-30s, so you're worried about the 34 and 35 season and maybe that last season of that deal. There's a handshaky sort of, will send you on your way. But I do think that it's interesting. You're bringing back a good majority of the championship run last year, and running it back is always interesting. I'm always down for it, especially when you got a guy like this who played the vast majority of the games, only missed a pair of them with the oblique injury, and then, what are we gonna say during, like, I'm not here to defend or argue against any NFL disciplinary action. But, like, okay, dude played through the vast majority of stuff. 30 tackles last season, strong edge presence, the fewest yards allowed per carry at 3.7, I think is the core result of this group. And if you're telling me that we can bring back most of the group that allowed the fewest rush yards per season last year to this year, I ultimately think that, again, I've said it a lot on my football analysis all offseason. And you can always drop a comment and let me know if you think I'm right, wrong, or anything in between. But true success is less about the top-end singular playmakers. Yes, I have Marshawn Lynch behind me doing his thing, and Jackson Smith-Njigba and Sam Darnold are the ones that you see Scott Van Pelt talking about and are getting clipped onto TikTok and that kind of stuff. But it's the, in aggregate, just teams not being able to rush on us, teams not being able to return punts, teams having to start, do more 3 and out. Like, it's those little things that are the building blocks of the pyramid of success, if you will. And that's where I think that this ends up being a sneaky good signing, because you bring back another guy who, in every right, we could have let him walk and been like, okay, happy trails, go get your $50 million, go be, the key star guy on the Falcons or whatever. And that, apologies if Atlanta just took a stray there, but you get what I'm saying. Instead, it's like, look, bring you back, run it back, keep the consistency here. They've done an incredible job, I think, at drafting really solid pieces to help bolster the offense. And then I've done a couple of videos on a few of the different undrafted free agents that I think are going to slot in really nicely. So this is just more of Schneider just absolutely cooking this offseason in a way that is going to, I keep having to knock on studio wood here and just, I hate saying it because I feel like I'm going to jinx it. But you guys keep also saying in the comment section, this year's team looks like it's going to be better than last year's team. All right, enough said. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of Seahawks Digest. Hope you guys are enjoying the offseason and counting down the days till the pads get put back on and we can finally see this thing in action, because it's going to be a lot of fun this year. If you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button, like, dislike, comment, or also YouTube buttons that you're allowed to hit. Till next time, we'll talk to you guys soon.